It's been a minute, and I don't know why I try to set this up online before I actually log in, because I have to reset a bunch of stuff anyway. All right, so realize this is my first stream of the new year, so happy 2025. Yay. Sorry, that was a little enthusiastic. I just know the crap storm my American friends are going to be in for the next 4 years. So, all right. That's all the politics I plan to do tonight. And it is Monday, so I try to do this thing Mulletor Monday. First little peek on why I've been kind of radio silent over the course of the holiday. For those that have actually tuned in, I've talked about this quite a lot. I do a book, or I contribute to a book called TikTok Tom. It's an indie comic that's been going on in Canada for the better part of 33 years. 1992. Wow, yeah, 33 years. All right. So I've been working on some pages, a little sneak peek. Drawn a few of these in person or live. I've shared a lot of them, particularly. I share a few of them on my free social media sites, but I've been sharing a bulk of it on my Patreon page. Also, Derek Martin, and I decided I'm going to do that size for tonight. So, being Mulletor Monday, one character I don't think I've drawn with the epic mullet is Gambit. So, let's see. All right. Hey, Chetan, Geek Shop. Hi. How are you? I actually have a viewer tonight. Yay. And it's our leader at TikTok, Tom Chetan, who is also co-host of The Geek Shop, which is a newly formed YouTube channel. I've already been on it a few times. Sorry, I thought I was prepared for everything, and now I can't find my tape. I was going to tape that to the board, but... So how are you, Chetan? Happy New Year's. Might have said already, but I cannot remember for the life of me if I did. If not, Happy New Year. I cannot find any of my tape to tape this to the board. Oh well. And I forgot to pick up a needed eraser, so I don't have anything to tack that. Oh wait, I might have something. You might have. You might have thrown me off, but at the same time, it does not take much to throw me off. So there we go. Found some sticky tack. So I don't know how long you've been in there. I showed off one or two of the pages. Don't worry, I'm almost done my first story. I'm just erasing the pages, seeing all the pencil marks, and seeing if I have to correct or add anything. But I should have scans for you very soon. But enough business. Now it is time for Mulletor Monday. And like I said, there is one epic mullet I don't think I've drawn yet. And seeing as how over the past year I have raved about this show. Okay, so yeah, if you rewind a few minutes, I showed off a couple of the pages. What I've been working on right now is I've just been erasing all the stray pencil marks off my story pages, doing it again, any kind of art corrections, cleanup I need to, and then hopefully within the next couple days I'll be scanning all those in high resolution and sending them to you. So, But I realize there is an epic mullet I have not drawn yet. And that is Monsieur Remy Lebeau Gambit. And like I said, oh, that's a horrible French accent. Bad Derek. So just got a piece of Canson 9x12 paper. The indigo in Ajax. Yeah, I live in Oshawa, but I'll go to. Oh, no problem. Tend to go to the Indigo bookstore in Ajax more than the one in the mall. Not sure why, just kind of like it. But a couple months ago, I found a bunch of these 9x12 Canson pads on sale or on clearance for like half off. Yes, apparently Gambit does have a mullet. You wouldn't know it because usually he has this like, you know, the Gambit mask, he has kind of the thing here, this weird where the hair sticks up out top and the ears stick out, but he's got this weird mask. But underneath that mask is the most epic of mullets. I think they've tried to retcon that out of the comics, but thanks to X-Men 97, it is still there in all its glory. I don't know if you can see from there, but there's my reference. See? Mullet, and it's epic. Honestly, if I had the energy or patience, I might actually have done more like a bust shot, because on top of an epic mullet, he has an epic crop top. I do not have the physique to pull this off. Yes, I have. I actually have had I'm gonna out myself a little bit of this. I have actually had a mullet in my life, twice, incidentally. When I was 11, not sure, it wasn't a conscious effort, but just ended up having one. And then I decided it was a good idea to repeat that in high school. And then about halfway through that, I realized it was a bad idea, and instead of getting an actual haircut, I decided to grow the rest of my hair out. So it was, I found the most awkward way to have long hair in high school. But yeah, so that's twice in my life I've actually had a mullet. Actually sent me some pictures, working up the nerve to posting them for a mullet. So yeah, I do have a mullet. Or I did have a mullet. Do. Huh. I feel like that's a little too big. So instead of erasing that, I'm gonna go to the smooth side. And this is yes we do. Yes we do. I gotta get back on that, because usually we stream live on Instagram, and I haven't been doing many live stream on Instagram. I've been trying to get my YouTube and my Twitch going. Also, with all the political discourse lately, I'm not sure what I can get away with streaming wise, but yes, we definitely do. A lot of people have to find time, get you, me, any one of the TikTok Tom guys, Mark, what have you. I think part of my Twitch and YouTube thing lately has been because I bit the bullet and bought a webcam. I actually updated my webcam last month. The one I initially bought was starting to crap out, but I bought that very cheap at my local Henry's on the clearance table, something like $50 or something to give it a try. Because I find that actually using a webcam and all that, like, and I'm going through Restream right now, is it gives me a few options that I don't necessarily get on Instagram through my phone, like the widescreen format, being able to get an extra thing. Actually, you know what? I wonder. Yes, yes, she does. She knows that I bought this camera. Try something here. Crap. Oh, I just found something here. Invite guests. I don't know if you're busy right now, but if you want to drop in, I just figured out how I can invite a guest on here. You can use the camera on your phone. Send a link. But yeah, no, Melissa knows she was there when I bought it. Decided to start again because I need to make the head smaller to give a lot more room for the epicness of the mullet, and maybe get a little bit of this crop top in here. You can't right now. That is quite all right, but yeah, we'll have to organize something, get together and drive. I haven't. Okay, you got to go soon. All right. Well, but thanks for stopping in. Just let me know when you're about to go. But yeah, no, thanks for stopping in for as long as you have. But yeah, we do have to get together soon, and I'll have to. And definitely. And that's part two I have to work on since I don't schedule these things. But yeah, maybe through the week or something, we'll put something together and figure out a day we all have available and work all that out. I'd like to definitely do some live drawings, figure out how we want to do it on Instagram, do it here. Can we do it on, can we do live drawings on the Geek Shop channel as well? Because I don't think that's something we've seen yet on your channel. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know the next work something out to get some get a live drawing in, because yeah, I realize it has been a while since I've actually done a live drawing with people. Although, actually, you know what's funny about this Mulletor Monday with Gambit? Because of how awkward I was trying to grow my hair out in high school, by about the end, that's kind of what it looked like, and then by the end of the year, I was able to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Ask Chris. Like I said, we can get anyone on the TikTok Tom crew that has a moment and the bandwidth to do that. I said talk to Mark. I've got some friends in the cartoon block crew that I've been meaning to get together and draw with again. So yeah, I definitely have to step up my game. But yeah, no, that definitely. I wonder if I should be doing more with my. I know I try to keep it to just art. I usually do art and awkward unboxings because those are always fun. And Gambit's a little pretty, so I don't want to add too many lines. And the one thing that, outside of the epic mullet, one distinctive feature Gambit has both in and out of costume is eyes. His eyes are actually not a like standard eye. They're actually oh, I'm using my it's the stump of my Blackwing 02. I'm trying to remember what theme that is, but it's if I remember, it's very firm lead, but yeah, it's just my Blackwings that I awkwardly unbox every quarter. It's the one I have out right now. I tend to use the firmer ones on soft paper. I do have this is my softest Blackwing right now. And I'm not a huge fan of soft pencils, but my daughter prefers a soft pencil, so I do keep them stocked in the house. But I do find what's nice about if I was drawing this on tone paper, like my tan gray paper or blue paper, I like the softer pencil because it shows up a little better. So yeah, pretty long-winded explanation for pencil. But yes, it's my Blackwing 02. It's one of those limited pencils, and I believe it's a little extra special because it's has a graphite that's not regularly available through Blackwing. I hope it becomes a consumer product soon because, again, I prefer kind of my pencils a little on the firmer side myself, but that's just me. Okay. So yeah, Gambit has black irises in his eyes and red pupils. So hey Chetan, okay, no, never mind. I see that you are chatting with me on YouTube. All right. Oh. Is my overlay still working? I guess one way to find out. I will just take a second to. Haha. There we go. All right, so see the comments. Perfect. So I've kind of roughed in here, and as you can see, I kind of went off the track. So I'm going to have to find a picture, like a different picture of, here we go. Now I have so I don't know if you still have Disney Plus or not. I can't remember. Nope, not at all. I can see you loud and clear just because I'm using Restream and I'm streaming this simultaneously. I'm using the free version, which allows me to simultaneously stream to two different of my social media channels at the same time. Apparently there are over 30. Most of them I haven't heard of. But because I'm using the free version, I'm streaming to two. I'm using YouTube and Twitch. Before I went on my little leave over the holidays, I tried doing this live with Instagram, and I found that downside on Instagram is I couldn't see the comments popping here. I actually had to be on a separate screen. I couldn't do the why. That's right, you did. We had this conversation. Sorry. But because I had to couldn't use like the full like wide screen, and it was awkward to have this picture in picture and all that. And I find that it didn't, like, Instagram didn't like save through Restream, so I was streaming and then I couldn't save it, so it doesn't show up on my profile anymore. I might do what I used to do when I first discovered this early on, use the webcam for Twitch and YouTube, and then just I still have the camera stand that you recommended to me years ago when I first started doing live videos, and just kind of have my phone in front like so and do Instagram and record there. But okay, yeah, there's a bit of a, that's the thing about going live. I can't really check. So yeah, there's a bit of a delay. I've never timed out the delay before. So it takes a while for the message to appear on my end. Okay. So what, like, if you had to give that a time, what would you say, Chetan? Like, is it like a minute, a couple minutes? So I'll have to maybe double check. I wonder if I have something, if there's something in my YouTube preference or my Restream preference or my Twitch preference that I can adjust to get faster. Test. Okay. So I just spotted test now. How long was that? Okay, about a minute. All right, so that's something I didn't quite realize until now. That's about a minute. So I'll tweak the preferences. That's the upside about not being super popular. I know there are YouTube channels whenever I see live streaming. Todd Knock is one I enjoy watching when he's drawing live. I think I think he's put in a bit of a delay just because he's got a high volume of traffic. So me, on the other hand, I am only, like, outside of you and I speaking, I see 4 viewers overall, but I don't know if any of them are here or if there's a lag, or because I just checked on my YouTube recently if I'm my own viewer. Oh. Sticky tack. Okay, that is more all right. I will see you later. Definitely do not want to miss that call, especially coming from India. All right, but thanks for stopping by as long as you have. Hope you have a good night. And yes, we do have to get together and draw, and like I said, see who else we can get in on the fun, because I actually miss those big drawing jams. I will. You have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. And for anyone that's still left, you know what's amusing? Growing up, anyone that's been live on my channel here before knows that I did a lot of, I kind of took my comic collecting seriously and actually entertained the notion of drawing for a living in the 90s. So for better or worse, like those styles are kind of with me, and as much as I kind of aspire to do the massive detail, a million lines sort of thing, my style kind of took on more of a animated approach, which is not how I expected my trajectory to go. Oh. And this is a lot of my process right here, a lot of erasing. Every once in a while, if you get a character you're super comfortable with, you can really dash out. Gambit, on the best of days, I don't draw on a super consistent basis, especially out of costume. And then I also have to figure out at what point do I stop following the animation model and where the animation model kind of stops and where my style kind of begins. But I always feel like there were certain characters in the 90s that were when they were created by certain artists. I found that the artists that initially drew them did a great job drawing them, but I found that try to get literally any other artist to draw the same costume never quite turned out right. I found that particularly true of Jim Lee's stuff, but it didn't really stick out to me until he redesigned the entirety of the DC universe with the New 52. Sorry. When Jim Lee decided to redesign the entire DC universe. I found when he drew his own designs, they looked great, but the minute you kind of it was kind of a mixed bag once those designs got handed off to the other artists. Some artists were able to draw the character designs very well. Some not so much. Not that they weren't drawn well, but kind of hard to explain because some pretty talented artists out there. Okay. My jaw's bothering me. So, okay, I know Chetan had to split, but anyone else is out there, feel free to say, feel free to say hi, even for a second, if you don't want to comment or anything like that. That's cool. But even a quick hi, just let me know who's actually out there, who's actually watching this and from where. As my social media presence continues to evolve, I don't know at what point I want to add or subtract. As far as social media goes. All right, so let's see if I can. I think I wound up making. I'll still have to figure out this jawline. I think I made him a little too childlike, or at least a little smooth. A little smoother than I intended. All right, I think I'm getting about as far as I can. And this, I thought this was going to help me, but it is not. You know what? I will try. Try to bring my camera down a little bit. Because this wouldn't be. Okay. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't do like a on the spot adjustment. So there we are. Because my sticky tack solution, I try to keep my action figures here standing up, isn't working as well as I'd like. Of course, that's the MacTac here is old and is probably okay. So it tries to ink a little bit. And if you notice too, once I have something laid out in pencil, I don't always stick to that. Alright, so it says I have viewers, but no one is saying anything. That is cool. If kind of sitting and watching is all good, then I am cool with that. I have my Copic small brush pen, or see that? Copic BS. That did not come out the way I wanted. That's kind of awkward. I was able to get the one eyebrow more or less in one fell swoop. Some message. I'll look at that a little later, on the personal side. Right. I'm going to move this up a little bit. There I am fighting that instinct. I know I'm supposed to, shortest point between two distance is this way, but I was able to do this in one fell swoop. So, but yeah, if there is anyone out there, and again, I'm only asking, even if you don't feel like talking, even if you just say hi, I just kind of want to know who's all out there, where they're all coming from, and how you kind of found me. Okay, and 0.05, you know what? 8. If there's anyone out there, did anyone out there actually watch X-Men 97? Honestly, it turned out to be one of my favorite things Marvel's put out in a good long time. I don't know if I felt the superhero fatigue, but I just had a hard time kind of keeping up with. Probably doing a little too more detail than I need to. Alright, so I think I'm at least done with the black and white. And because I don't, well, actually this is working out so much better than my needed eraser. Should probably get more sticky tack, matte tack. Do I have any more? Again, because this is not working as well for my figures as I would have liked. I don't know if that did anything weird to my camera. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. I'm actually going to take a peek. I'll do Twitch this time. See if that looks... See if that looks, it looks a little fuzzy on my computer screen. And it looks a little fuzzy here too, so, you know, maybe. You know, I'm just gonna do this back and forth for a second. Still wonky, all right. Why is that wonky? Okay, that's a little better. All right. Yeah, maybe I'll find this tacky stuff over the kneaded eraser. It is actually peeling up this way better. This is the line art. I think I'm going to... I haven't done Copics in a good long while. Oh, that is not neat at all. All right. There. Another thing I like to use is my Posca pens. They're basically acrylic paint in marker form. It's a second painting. pretty sure on the microphone right now you can just hear how heavy I am with. Yeah, lots of erasing. If there's anyone out there and you do art, what's your favorite? Just if you feel like answering. If not, it's cool too, but just random question. Who do you like drawing the most? Or who is the easiest for you to draw? Actually, no, I'm not going to worry about that yet. I will, before I make any major tweaks, I will sharpen this up a bit. Okay, so just to kind of, because we've already been on almost an hour, and that's factoring in the countdown. So every once in a while, this isn't two entirely separate papers, but I do like to keep scrap paper with me, just in case. So find my random crap everywhere. Do a little more clean up here. Try to clean up as much as pencils I can. I miss a bunch. Kryptonite. Okay, got a little bit of that. All right. I like my wide markers here because I can cover a wide distance in a short span. I do try not to come across too much. Of course, that marker went dry. Where's my E00? Of course, I can find all the E5 zeros, but you know what? I'm not fiddling around with. I'm not going to fiddle around too much with trying to find ink. My wides. Oh. Getting some smaller. So one thing about this Canson mixed media paper, it soaks up Copics like a sponge. any more ink on this side. Okay. For now, that will do. And now, what kind of... I'm going to do a E29. Let's find out. That's a little too dark. Maybe an E09. Actually, E09 works. I'm just laying down my base colors right now. Color that side of the line a bit. I'll try to fix that now. Where is my colorless blender? Let's see if I can. I will keep that nearby. And I will throw my markers on myself. And I went outside again. I also have this in a classic, so you know what? So I went outside the line a couple times here. I will. I'm at this for a little over an hour, or a little under an hour because I had a 10-minute countdown. I'm back to my sketch marker here. notices. How do I do that? I have this weird line. I should be treating this like painting. I was getting dangerously close to the line, so I will switch to my classic. I know the sketch markers they're the popular of the Copic, but these classic ones get slept on in my opinion because of the fine tip. These tips are interchangeable, and you can actually put even a super fine tip on them or a brush tip. There are a bunch of, when I was starting to take my art seriously again, and the markers I had in college were finally starting to die, because it has been a long time since I graduated from college, and I started having to replace markers. Copics were the default choice. I was using Letraset Pantone markers, because they matched what was called the Pantone matching system, or PMS for short. Don't blame me, I didn't come up with it. But when I started taking my art seriously after, not that I guess I can't say seriously, it started taking a backseat with life, and then when I started getting back in there, what color should his hair tie be? I don't get a chance to break these ones out too often. These are fluorescent, so I will make his crop top this pink, but I'll make his hair tie. I'll make his hair tie that same shade of pink. And do I have a? I think I actually even have a shade of pink here. So again, I don't get, because my collecting, I try to be a bit of a completist to varying degrees of. I try to be a completist. I decided to get these Copic fluorescent markers, and then haven't broken them out for much. Broken them out for a few things, but not as much, and as it stands right now, these only come in the sketch. If this is a color I'd use more, I'd make into a wide. Because as I've said in prior videos before, I love these wide markers because I can cover a lot of space in a short amount of time. But they don't make them in colors anymore. They only kind of make them empty, and then I make my own color. And I haven't thought to do that with this color yet. I don't know if I draw more 90s classic Gambit, complete with 90s attire. Though I'm trying to figure out at what point in the 90s this is. I do not remember these being popular in 97. But I am not known for being fashionable at all. This is basically the same, kind of the same look I've had since high school. Actually, even a little prior to that, being in Canada, flannel never goes out of style. And then last but not least, the eyes. There we go. And again, he's all right. Now to get a little shading in here. Just trying to figure out if I want to sometimes when I shade, I'll tend to go into my gray tones. And depending on the color I'm working with, will depend on like case in point, if I was doing cooler colors, I'd be working with a cool gray instead. I even have a few neutral gray markers. If I was doing more of a neutral color, I'd even go that far. And since I forgot to put any muscle definition in there, and I'll keep that in hand just in case. What's going on? My phone's been blowing up. Okay, so blacken that in a bit. And I did forget to draw in something. Where's my pencil? There it is. Forgot to draw in his collarbones. Collarbone, singular. Jesus. Collarbones. I know he's a mutant, but dang. 0.512. I'll do a 2. Well, man, I'm going to attempt to clean up a little bit. And the reference I'm using for Gambit is fairly clean, but he does actually have a little bit of stubble. Add some more. And I'd be fighting my 90s rights if I didn't do that. And again, if I had the time or energy tonight to do a dropping everything. A full body shot. Be the full crop top, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to try to clean up a little bit of that there. Crap, that pink is a little bit darker than the hot pink here. Well, can't fix that now. So, just trying to think. Probably should have a background in there. And I'm going to do in here instead. And I'm going to do... You know, I've used very little shades here. I think I'm going to go in with a C5 because I also have that. You know what? I also have that in Classic, so I'm going to do first before I just kind of go in there with the wides. I'm going to get the nooks and crannies first. You know what? I'm going to do this. Get that ready. now. Okay. So it's one thing when it's me, myself, and I doing this. Not big enough to have my own kind of social media division. It's all just me. Okay. Getting now with okay, I'm gonna set my iPad off to the side for a minute. I think I'm at the point of no return, so sorry, I realized that I haven't just been doing straight drawing and haven't looked up at all. Getting a little streaky, but actually it's kind of giving the textures. It's actually making that look a little cool, so there we go. I think I'm about to call this. Let's see. Funny thing about Gambit is he is actually apparently an excellent cook. And apparently how I should have known in X-Men 97 that Jean Grey was really Madeline Pryor that first episode was, pregnant or not, she let that man in the kitchen. And anyone knows Jean does not let anyone in that kitchen, especially on Christmas. I realize I'm going to have to wrap this up soon anyway. Realize that today I was also doing the laundry, and a particular new bit of laundry or article of clothing that I bought my little one is still down here. I'm going to see what I can do to any last minute touch-ups. So I'll put away, I'll get a darker warm gray in the hair there. I think a W5 might be a little still. Put my markers back. I'll put my W7 back. Put my E00. C5. And no one needs to hear me rattle off the colors I am putting back. I will do maybe a little, just there, just a little something. All right, I think this is the one thing about animation style. Trying try not to overwork it. But yeah, I think I am going to call this done. Actually, I'm gonna that didn't do anything. All right. Once I'm starting to do gibberish like that, that means I am done. So, all right, that is it for me. So, Chetan, thank you for stopping in at the first part of my drawing. And for those that aren't aware, Chetan is the lead writer artist of TikTok Tom, the book I've been contributing to for the better part of almost 5 years now. Wow. So you can find him on TikTok Tom. You can also find him on YouTube under The Geek Shop. It's all thing comic related. And yeah. So I am going to wrap this up for now. For everyone that joined me, thank you all very much and have a good night.